Welcome to Without a Candle. We are your hosts,
Hey guys, I'm Carla.
and I'm Karlie. Let's just jump on in, shall we?
And
This
I'm
is it.
excited to sit and chat with Missy today. It has been a hot minute since you visited, and I'm so glad that you had the opportunity to come down and actually sit with us for a little bit and us actually chat. 'Cause when you're here, we're around a bunch of different people. Sometimes you come down to help us, so we don't really get a lot of time for fellowship
Right.
anymore.
Right.
So, hi.
Hello.
We have gotten to sit with a lot of people that we just miss.
Yeah,
You know?
that's been
And
good.
it feels so good.
Yeah.
So
See, I just got chills.
yeah,
I
Oh,
did
good.
because I love to just come and even if I'm just sitting down
Yeah.
and reading a book.
Yeah.
I love to be here and
Yeah.
I love to fellowship with you guys too. And like you said, we don't get to do that very often.
No, man.
we do need to make more time.
Yeah.
We do.
Right.
We do.
So, and I was working on some things, but all the things didn't pan out. So I'll have to work on some different things.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
But
before we really
yeah.
get into it, let's introduce yourself, kind of share anything or all the things or little things that you want people to know about you. And we'll just kind of segue from there.
Okay. My name is Missy King. I've been coming here for about 3 years, I think.
Yeah.
About 3 years. First time I walked in the door, I felt home.
Oh,
Makes me want to cry, but I felt like I was home. I met Karlie first, and the first few times that I came in, it was only Karlie, and then finally got to meet Carla.
Yeah.
And a friend that I worked with told me about the shop. I looked it up on Google, found out how to get here, and I've been coming ever since. I don't get to come nearly as often as I like because it is an hour drive for me. You know, if I was closer, I'd be here 2 or 3 times a week rather than once every couple of months. Well, I keep telling my husband that.
We said that a lot today too.
Yeah.
You know, I started off with herbal things. I still make a lot of my own salves and tinctures, things like that. Definitely still learning, but I love
We all are, though.
love to go out and forage my own stuff or grow
Because
my
you
own
have
stuff.
a decent sized farm.
Yeah, we have almost 14 acres, mostly wooded, which I love.
I bet we could find some rails down there.
Yeah.
I have looked.
Okay.
I've looked and looked, but
It's a short time frame.
yeah, and I get frustrated pretty quickly looking and I'm like, yeah,
Mhm.
hell with it. They're not here. You know?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's
Carly would love that if I took you.
Yes.
So growing up in the Appalachian mountains, we call it dryland fishing.
mhm.
So yeah, I'm like,
Land
ooh,
fish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we can go do some of that shit.
And I year before last or last year, I looked at my cousin's farm
Okay.
in Tennessee.
Yeah.
And because she told me that a relative used to come there and pick them all the time. And she told me approximately where he was.
Yeah.
But I didn't find anything.
Yeah.
But I had fun trampling through the woods and
Oh, absolutely.
seeing everything else. You know?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So about 3 years ago, you wandered in. The friend had mentioned it, but what made you decide to show up?
oh, wow.
Do you remember?
Curiosity
Okay.
and wanting to know more
Yeah.
spirituality wise. Just looking for knowledge
Yeah.
and support.
Not being alone anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times people that are different in our sense of things were ostracized, right?
Yeah.
And so we're the outcasts, or we don't belong, or we're crazy, and I'm not saying I'm not crazy.
Weird.
I
They
don't
know
deny that.
They don't know what's weird about us, but we're weird.
Yeah.
And then we just don't know what they don't know.
Yeah.
And so that's been a lot of growth from my part, because early on, I would get fucking offended.
Yeah.
You know, like, how dare you think that I'm less than?
Yeah.
Or how dare you think that I'm not a good person?
I had a friend, 20 some years, who flat out told me, "Are you into that witchy stuff?" If you're doing that witchy stuff, I can't be friends with you. 20 years.
Yeah.
20 years.
And the fact that she didn't know for 20 years is a
Said
whole
something.
different ballgame.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
And I was just like, no response. Not I am or I'm not. It's none of her business to begin with.
Yeah.
And I just said, okay. I'm not going to try to convince you
No,
of
it's not your plan.
any other way of doing things,
Because there's some people that just aren't ready to hear that.
No,
Right.
no.
And that's being aware, and understanding. Even when it sucks, sometimes you just have to meet people where they are.
Yeah.
Right. Sometimes we can't expect people to meet us where we are.
Right.
Because they just can't comprehend.
Right. But still buy my paints have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why is that not a witchy thing?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Who knows, right?
She's okay with that, but
There's
But
a
for
lot
all
of
the time
people
that
that
it's
don't
anyway.
have those connections. They're like, oh, this helps with pain. Well, so Tylenol helps with pain. There's no difference, right?
Right.
But
Yeah.
Energy is energy.
yes,
It's all crazy.
Right.
yes.
So transitioning from that, how do things feel now? Because if that was the biggest, longest relationship that you had to lose, and that required a sacrifice, there's not much worse. is
No,
there?
there's not. And
So in a way, it was a gift.
but
Yeah.
to be honest, okay.
Yeah.
I don't care
Mhm.
because I have so many other people that I am accepted by. And it's not like I walk around in witch costumes every day or I'm casting spells on people,
Yeah. And there's so much more education to that too.
Yes. I mean,
Baby, you just don't even know.
right.
So
That's not what I'm about.
No.
It's not what I'm about.
take a minute.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Go ahead. Go. No, you
Oh, who's going to forget first? 2025, I stopped using the phrase "I don't care," and I started using "unbothered" because I do.
I do care.
Yeah,
I do.
I do care. But
And if she called me today, I would go.
right,
If she needed me, and we still talk. I mean, but
it's a little different now, right? So unbothered just means that you're not ruffling my feathers. You're not getting extra energy out of me.
Yeah.
So this year, I added aware but unbothered. Right. Aware and unbothered. So that just adds another level to the thing. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the way she comes up with
I know.
And they're just
philosophies.
They're just on my head too. I don't come up with shit.
Well, if somebody needs to drop them off for me.
Oh, they do.
Yeah.
Just don't hear them yet. Ears to hear, eyes to see. Just don't hear them yet.
Yeah.
And I'll work on that.
Yeah, absolutely you are. Yeah.
So I want to take it back a little bit.
Okay.
Fine.
When did you start painting us the picture of Missy? Tell us when you got started, how you were introduced, what got you interested in the herbal stuff.
Oh gosh. Well, even as a little girl,
Yeah.
I was always in the woods. I lived in a very small neighborhood. It was one block, and we were surrounded by farms. My road was a hill, and at the bottom of the hill was the woods and the creek. That's where we stayed. We didn't come home until dark, or we were starving.
Yeah.
And, even if my friends weren't with me, if nobody was available, I was in the woods by myself. When I would go to my cousins, we were always making brews and potions and, from the weeds and the plants that we were picking and stuff out of the cornfield. And I can remember even as a little girl locking myself in the bathroom and taking stuff out of the medicine cabinet and mixing stuff together and seeing what would happen or what it would smell like.
Okay.
Just curiosity.
And, now as an adult and I look back at that, I'm like, look what you were doing. Now, and I have family members who have been into different beliefs and philosophies and spirituality. And I've grown up hearing stories and seeing things. And then, oh gosh, it's probably been over 20 years ago. My aunt used to always have like a Halloween fun night for the girls. And, we'd all be drinking and smoking. And she had a friend who used a crystal ball. So my aunt went upstairs, brought her crystal ball down, and I watched Judy with that crystal ball. And I was an adult, but I was mesmerized.
Okay.
Just in awe of what she could do. And it's just, like a little more every year, little more knocking.
Yeah.
Hey,
Okay.
and I don't know, maybe that sounds crazy, but every year
I mean,
just,
almost everything in here sounds crazy.
just a stronger and
Just to
stronger
the
pull.
outside, yeah.
Yeah.
And I did get a crystal ball. I'd looked at them online and I'd looked around, and I went to a shop in Lebanon, Ohio with my sister, and she had, I'm sure you guys have seen them on Facebook or on Amazon, the ones with witches brooms and the ball sits in the middle, which it's not crystal, but I know it's glass, but and I thought about ordering them, and I could have ordered that one cheaper than what I paid for it. The one in that shop called to me.
Yeah. Okay. You're like, come get me.
Yes.
Right.
And chills again. It called to me. So, have I learned to scribe with it yet? No.
Yeah.
But I talk to it and I hold it, and I'm building a relationship with it, and I will learn.
So consider practicing in a dimly lit room, maybe with just a candle on the table. And then sometimes people find it helpful to start. My hands are tingling. Maybe some trinkets under it, right?
Okay.
So you're not just trying. I guess that's what I have right now. You're not just trying to see, right? You do have trinkets there to offer some visuals, right?
Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Because I don't want to force. I mean, you can't force. You cannot force that.
And if you try too hard, you're just not going to.
Yeah.
But being able to use the trinkets to engage that modality, I think that will help a lot.
Okay.
And then the lit room allows room for I want to say imagination because that's what people understand, right? But it allows room for different perceptions.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's maybe that's it. Right. So yeah, maybe you do.
Yeah. My mom has always had a way of seeing things that other people don't see. So my sisters have dabbled and still do. Well, you guys know I lost my youngest sister last year. And that's why I couldn't come to anything last weekend. It was her birthday.
Okay.
So I was in Ohio with my mom and my other sister. And my mom had just got out of the hospital.
Yeah.
So some family time last weekend.
Yeah. Good. We need that too.
Yeah. We do.
Yeah.
We do.
Good time for remembrance.
Yeah.
So in adulthood, what made you start making your dabs and getting into learning your herbs and stuff?
Seeing dandelion jelly on Facebook.
Okay. I love that. It's like the most mundane thing that you like.
And I'm like,
delicious.
if we can make jelly out of dandelions, and I just started looking into what else can we do? What else can we do? And just started seeing what all these herbs can do for us. And once you go down that rabbit hole, you just keep going and going. And Facebook keeps popping up more and more for you.
Yeah.
Because they know what we're doing. But
that's a whole other podcast.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
Yeah. So, but I just kept getting more and more doorways and getting more and more fascinated. So I just started reading.
How once you see the results?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
A lot. Yeah.
Yeah. And I've still not made dandelion jelly.
Hey,
Well,
that's
so that is tedious, though.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
But
Well,
just remember, instead of going, you can go out there and you can just pick the flowers, but you might as well just grab the whole
right.
plant,
Root and all.
right?
Yeah.
And so maybe that will make it less tedious, knowing that you're not just getting a little nugget, you're getting the whole plant to take in and harvest the leaves and the root as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's awesome. So maybe that's your thing for 2026.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm already seeing little pieces of dandelion and dead nettle, like babies peeking through the snow, like they're ready. Yeah, they're ready for us. And dead nettle is usually one of the very first things that comes out and takes over and in it. So if you don't know, do some digging. They look very similar.
Yes.
They're not the same.
They do.
Yeah, so fun times. Anyway, squirrel. I get excited over werewolves too.
I
I'm a little
know.
nerd over here. This is like your technology stuff. My nerd side over here. So what else, Carly? What other questions you got?
Your everyday practice. What does that look like for you?
Lately it's been practicing more self-love
I appreciate it.
because, things have been different since my sister passed for me emotionally, mentally. We weren't extremely close, so I didn't get to spend the time with her that I would have liked, but I've kind of been in my little shell.
So,
and you've seen it.
Yeah.
You've seen it.
Something I've shared with the emotion around we lost. The guilt lasts longer.
What does it look like to you? What do you do? I know you said self-love, but like,
I had gotten to where even looking in the mirror was, no,
yeah.
So, in the mornings when I'm getting ready for work, I purposely take a few seconds to look at myself in the mirror and say that you're okay and that I love myself, and a girl at work, doesn't have the best marriage and stuff. And she's been kind of down and I got her a rose quartz bracelet from here the last time I was here. And I told her, take 2 seconds to tell yourself that you're worth it and that you love yourself. Even if you don't feel that love from anyone else, you love yourself. And I said, just 2 seconds. And I was like, hey, dummy.
Listen,
we are so bad at taking
ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
So for the last few weeks, I've been making a point of doing that for myself.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah. Because I deserve it.
Yeah. Daily affirmation can be so powerful once you daily prayers. I mean, with the Akashic Records, we have 3 sacred prayers for different things, right? And I always start my day with a forgiveness prayer every day. And I can tell such a difference when I forget to. It's mind-blowing at how impactful those words can be.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Change your vibration instantly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because hand in hand with forgiveness is gratitude.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah. I love it.
I like what you're doing. That's good. It's so simple. And, people don't think, oh, this is not going to work. Just like wasting my time. But
no,
it's so powerful.
It is.
So powerful.
It really
Words
is.
hold so much energy in them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And acknowledging that I'm worth it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And if you aren't loving yourself and you're not healing yourself and taking care of yourself first, there's no room in your life to do that for anybody else holding space.
Right.
You need to do that for yourself first.
Yep.
For sure.
Yep.
It's a lot already.
I know.
Man, I feel like some of these, as we go through the day, like we're getting deeper faster.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we're like just going to work.
Yeah.
Reminds me of what they said about Dr. Palmer.
Yeah.
Like he just cuts to the chase. Like there's no, hey, good morning, how are you?
Right.
He just like jumps in.
All right.
I'm like instantly called out.
Yeah.
So moving forward, what are some things that you want to see, not just for yourself, but the community? What are some things that you daydream about? So better wording, back to like when we do vision boarding, some of the prompts is when you're looking for your why and you're trying to daydream, I ask what makes you cry, and then what makes you sing. And those are where you often find your whys and your passion, right? So what's so deeply feeling that makes you cry, and then what, just to rephrase it, like what gives you that overwhelming joy, that just kind of praise kind of joy. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So what are some things that
family and family?
Yeah.
Okay. I have 9 grandbabies. One, number 10, be here in the next week or so.
That's awesome.
Yeah. As you guys know, I took early retirement from teaching.
Yeah.
I was so burnt out that I was not so overwhelmed with kids because I taught preschool.
Yeah.
And I was getting to the point that I didn't even enjoy my grandkids anymore.
It's a lot.
It's
a lot.
24 years of it is a lot.
Yeah.
So
I commend you for doing 24 years because I didn't even make it out of college when I was going to be a kindergarten teacher. I was like,
yeah,
wow.
Same. We
Yeah.
have parallel dreams with that.
Yeah.
but
Same.
I'm enjoying my grandkids again.
Good.
Most of them are teenagers, but I do have a few that are small.
Babies, yeah.
And again, one on the way. So that brings me joy again.
Yeah. That connection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
For sure.
So what part of your past do you want to share with the next generation? What part of that enlightenment, that journey?
Yeah. To believe in yourself.
Okay.
Be accepting of others.
Yeah.
I try to be a light for everyone else. I try to be supportive.
Let's work on this. I am a light.
I am a light for others. I try to accept people for who they are and what they are and what that's, your path. And I'm okay with that,
So because one, they're mostly lighters, and two, we don't want to drop names, but do you already have an inkling and intuition of which ones are going to love playing in the woods?
Oh, yeah.
And, which ones are going to want to know your recipes?
Oh, yeah.
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 I mean, you can share them with all of it.
Yeah.
You'll know.
Yeah.
Just like when we have students, for every one chosen, there's only 1 or 2 real students, right?
Yeah.
So,
And you guys have met one of them. Okay. You've met my grands.
I've been thinking about him.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Yeah. Is it Isaiah? And then one of my granddaughters lived with us for a while. One of the last times they were at the house visiting, my youngest son, he just picks at me all the time, just, playing.
Yeah.
And he was picking at her and picking at me. She runs, gets my sage and comes back and says, Memo, you need to light this.
innocent little thing.
Yeah. And I was cracking up and I was like, I think you're right.
Yeah. Get him out of the house.
She knew,
She
knew what it was for.
Yeah.
And I've never told her that.
Yeah.
So I don't know if her mom has it at home too or what, but it was funny.
Now, do you still openly do your practice with them in the house, or do you kind of still do that in your room away? Do you let them kind of be exposed to it?
No, they've seen it.
Okay.
The two that Isaiah and his sister,
Yeah.
because they're they're at my house more often than the others because they all live in Ohio. And then the one that grabbed the sage, she comes to visit. And so those three have been, and 2 of my granddaughters, they love my crystals, and they're have an aunt. They're my oldest son's kids. They have an aunt on their mom's side, and they're like, Mama, Aunt Kiki has all these crystals too, or Aunt KK. And I'm like, yeah, I'm sure she does, because I've seen things that she's posted, and I know her.
Yeah.
And so they know.
Yeah.
And
good deal.
And I have crystals all over the house, and I have a mini altar, I guess.
Yeah.
And I don't even know what this room would be called, but it's like a little kitchenette off of my kitchen.
Yeah.
And that's where all my herbs and my plants and everything are. And so it's kind of my apothecary.
It's a little workshop.
Yeah.
So,
and that's where she grabbed the sage from. She knew what it was.
Yeah.
Did you put up records in that room?
I have a tree branch, and I have balls and lights and plants all hanging from it.
What are some things that people ask you that you would like for people to know? Yeah. And it doesn't have to be about you specifically.
Right.
It could be like things, what would you like the community to know more about the practice or about the community here? Like, what are some things?
Your medicinal products, maybe there's a missing piece that people just start putting together,
I think most people are pretty receptive to the salves and the tinctures, and ask me lots of questions. Even over this winter, I've had people text me and ask, "Hey, do you have muscle rub, or are you still doing this? Do you have this? Do you have that?" People that I've just met. I work at a produce stand that a friend owns in the summers, and that's where I sell most of my product. So my name and number is on there.
Yeah.
And so, I have people contact me even over the winter, which was a big bonus for me this year.
Good.
Are very encouraging because I kind of slacked on making extra. Yeah. So it was kind of like when I ran out, I'm out, and I actually just yesterday was thinking, I need to get busy. It's almost the end of February or the middle of February. It is, and I need to get busy.
Yeah.
Because I didn't get busy.
So where's the farm stand? So that's what people could find.
Farm stand. It is in
where are you from?
Folsom.
Okay.
Folsom, Kentucky. It's Folsom's Farmers Market is what it's called. They have a Facebook page. We do. She does. Everything comes from the Amish. And I work there every Saturday and last summer I was working almost every day because she sells concrete.
Okay.
And I do a lot of the concrete, the painting of the concrete.
Okay.
If people request
we need a gargoyle.
Oh, we can do that.
Yeah.
We can do that.
Remember me.
Okay.
So I would like 4, just to be specific. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll need 2 for home too.
Okay.
Let's discuss size and stuff.
Yeah, right. Fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. How exciting though.
Yeah. So and like the community here, I love the community here. They seem so supportive of you guys and what you do. I'm sure you get
It takes some time.
I was gonna say, I'm sure you get some pushback, but.
And I mean, it's crazy. It's not crazy, but sometimes I still try. Thank you. I still try to wrap my head around the fact that people drive an hour to see us.
Yeah.
Consistently.
Yeah.
We have one couple that drive from like 8 hours. Well,
I don't know who that is.
Outside of Gary and Melissa, there's another couple that drives from Virginia just to visit here. And that's amazing.
Yeah.
You know, and that's so humbling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Who would have thought? Little us.
I
right?
know. I know.
But here we are.
And, you know, before I came here, I know I had shared with you when we first met, there was, and I think I shared with you too, there was a shop in Florence that I had gone to a few times, and I just felt like it was a store.
Yeah.
It was just a store.
Yeah.
You know, this is a home.
Yeah.
This is,
Squishy.
yeah,
Thank
you know, completely different feel.
Yeah.
You know, so
I think the goal had always been just community and energy work, and
Oh goodness. Yeah.
the retail side just kind of
Yeah.
happened
Yeah.
because, you know, it helps pay the bills so we can do
yeah,
all of this other stuff.
The first ribbon cutting, I was talking with the chamber of commerce,
Yeah.
and she tried to do a video, but I was a blubbering mess, you know.
Oh,
And it was about the community, right?
yeah.
So when I first moved to Indiana, I was looking for a lot of pieces that I missed from Albuquerque, like the old town Albuquerque. And it was the coffee shop, it was the deli, it was the you know, all the things, right? And then so all those things started popping up, right?
After the fact, yeah.
And the last thing that was missing was yoga and metaphysics, right? Because in Albuquerque they had well, they still have Blue Eagle Emporium, which is where I got my first little canine.
Oh.
And then so I'm like, well, I'm keeping my mouth shut because I'm doing that one.
yeah,
But it was always about that that third space,
Yeah.
right? Because even in Mississippi, there was a little coffee shop, little bookstore, and they didn't give a shit if you bought anything or not. If you just needed a place to be, then you could be there.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's the
So-
whole concept of
Yeah,
back now.
absolutely.
Like after how many times we redid this?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I can't even wrap my head around how we had all that stuff working back here. But now, I mean, this is what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be for the people.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yeah.
So I'm glad that we have that opportunity. I'm glad that, you know, if I want to come in here, just get out of the house with my kid, you can, you
Right.
know?
Right.
Like, yeah.
and that's why again, if I was closer, I would be here more often, even if I was just for 30 minutes to just,
Hey.
yeah,
Something that has a lot of
Yeah.
they do. They really do.
So it is.
And
It
that's,
really is worth the trip.
Yeah.
You know, not just for us, but to one.
yeah,
Except on a Sunday and Monday.
Apparently.
yeah,
You know, except just to wander downtown.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
well, if there's no last thoughts, I think we should probably wrap up.
Yeah.
And
Do you have
say-
any last little nuggets that you want to share?
We
So,
appreciate it.
I
Thank
appreciate you
you.
guys.
And thank you for showing up for us because
No.
we know that this is nerve wracking for several of you guys.
Oh, yeah.
That, you know, several of you guys are not excited about being seen or heard,
Oh,
you
no.
know. So, but thank you for making a trip today to show up for us.
Yeah.
I'm glad I could.
And
I'm
then
glad you guys
show
had-
up for yourself and show up for the community. So it's not just showing up for us, which we greatly appreciate, right?
Right.
But you get to share stuff that you don't just talk about all the time. You
Right.
get to share with the world in listeners, right? And then that helps the community by showing up for them to show that you're just as phenomenal as we are, and your effect is just as simple as theirs is. Yeah, right. And that's the whole point.
Yes.
You know. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
So I just heard significance can't be measured.
For sure.
Hold
I got-
yourself to your own standard.
There's stuff.
Yeah.
Hang on that. Is that a sticky note? Significance can't be measured.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to sign off.
Bye,
Bye,
guys.
Bye. Right, guys. So that wraps up another episode of Without a Candle with Karlie and Carla. We appreciate you, and
We'll see you next time.